Hi everyone, and welcome to today's class. Originality is the title I was given, and the guide said that you may feel very inspired, very creative, ambitious, determined to do something, to create something, call it to being, and that you may be very determined to do it your way. Maybe that's a new way, and maybe you discover some kind of talent, some kind of aspect of yourself that you did not know before. So it can be very, very interesting actually. And they also said that if you do that, and of course, please make sure that you also consider other people, yes, that you don't overrun anybody, and that with this attitude, success in the near future is very much possible. So, great. Let's see what that means on a physical level. So, now we've got our little toes in line with your hips almost in line, little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line. Sit bones together, and then you think like a fountain through your entire body coming out of the crown of your head. Arms by your sides, a little bit further forward than you may think, because we need the shoulder blades to be parallel. Ribs together, navel towards your spine, relax knees and elbows. And then we're ready to start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms. We're working our way around the arms. So lengthening, not pushing or pulling, thinking of this fountain and really feeling the strength in the center. And now just turn your arms. Don't force anything, yeah? See that? We're not here to give our shoulder joins a hard time, but little fingers towards the thumbs, everything's long, ribs together, and relax, just relax. Okay, one more time. Little fingers towards the thumbs, lengthening, lengthening, ribs together, and relaxing. Okay, good. Now, other way around. Palms are facing the back. Again, don't force it. If you have your arms here, and that's how far you can go, being relaxed, fine. Yeah, do that. Thumbs towards your little fingers, and it's always long, making sure there's no tension in your wrists, energy through your head, and release. Release. Okay, one more time. Thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening, ribs together, and relaxing. Okay, good. Now, we continue at the end of the mat, lengthening everything. And slowly down, just relaxing, just let your head hang, release. Okay, now from here, just your hips are parallel to the floor. You can of course bend your legs, and you can put something underneath your hands, and you're not expected to be able to do something like this. You can be here, yes, no problem. Okay, so from here, breathe in. On the out breath, lengthening, sit bones to your head is long, and relax. Okay, breathe in. And lengthening, sit bones to your head, just long, and release. One more time. And lengthening, sit bones to your head, long, and relax. So it's not pushing again, it's just let the energy flow through. And we do the same thing now with the arm floating by your side, looking at your middle finger, and the idea is not anything about the arm, it's about lengthening the upper body and turning, yes? Okay, so we know this is what our spine can do, so here we go. Wherever you are, you're great, right? Breathe in, and lengthening, and now look at your middle finger, biggest possible circle, and navel in, and back you go. Okay, and again, other side, lengthening, and navel in, and float back. One more time, lengthen, please lengthen, no pushing, just let it flow. And of course, if you don't have this range of movement, that's not a problem, because that's not what it's about. It's not about being able to do this as I do it, it's about the feeling, yeah, the lengthening and the lengthening. Here again, lengthen the entire back, and then think long energy through your head, through your fingertips, and release. So it's really only always about the lengthening, about the thought, about the visualization that gives you the result, okay? So, especially now with the next exercise, which may look very challenging, but it's actually very, very helpful for your lower back and your hips for stability. And if you create this in your body, you project this in the outside world, because your body is a manifestation of energy as well as in the outside. So your intention of creating this stability may help you very much in your life. This is why the guides have made this exercise somehow almost a set exercise. Okay, so you are where you are, yes, same position. Important that on your supporting leg, the one you're standing on, that your heel is on the floor and not coming up. Yeah, so that's really important. The other leg is bent, this one can be bent as well, only important to have your heel in line with your sit bone. Yeah, like this. So imagine that, and whether then your leg is like this, relax knee, or whatever, it's fine. Yes? Same with your back. You imagine the line, and then you're here. Lengthening your back, and elbows are close to your body, not out, and think them towards the body when you bend them, and release. For as long as you feel that your thoughts and visualizations make a difference, like creating space, you send this energy. When you notice it does not anymore make a difference, that you can feel, you change your legs. Okay, so it may take more time on one side than on the other, but that's perfectly fine. Make sure that your hips are always parallel to the floor, because we like to turn and to twist, and the idea of this exercise is to really try to have 3 parallel lines. Your center line, we described at the beginning, and then the sides of your body, yeah? Okay, so now, you just repeat, or you repeat and think a little bit longer, so maybe you have a little bit more of a stretch, yes? But, with my contraction still, I'm now doing it in a dynamic way, so I'm doing it like this. You can, of course, choose whether you do it like the first one, or you think of lengthening. Don't think up and down. The idea is to think in a circular way that lengthens your leg and it lengthens your body at the same time. And over. And lengthen. I just do a couple of repetitions, and I'm not counting, I'm just seeing, okay, what does my body want and need, and it may be more on one side than on the other. Yeah, I think that side's done. Just let the blood flow back, yeah, and then other side, before I had the contraction, and now lengthening. Just always go slow enough so you can really notice everything. Actually, we can get it out now. It's just coming back, so I'm very, very happy that we got that far. Okay, just see how your body is. So you just may want to massage the back a little bit, or let go and let go. For the arms, it's always three-dimensional because of your shoulder joints to not affect them. Just feel where it feels weird, tense. Maybe you have a little pain somewhere and notice where it's very tight. I've always got it here. So keep massaging where your body tightens. Yes, that's very important. It's really, really important. And a little click is always a release of tension. If it doesn't hurt, it's fine. Okay, good. And if you like a little bit more, letting go, head down, and elbows close, and we just roll a little bit on the back. Okay. Right, okay, I did not expect that. We are starting with bridges. Okay, so this means the little toes in line with your hips or muscle line. You've got the center line, and you see with your parallel lines, as we mentioned before, and your arms are next to you. Think the energy out of your middle finger, so you've got that center line through your arms. Elbows relaxed. Breathe in through your nose. And with the out breath, you just come up into a bridge. It's not as high as you can. It's about creating a diagonal line, lengthening your butt into your knees, and same thing at the front, the thighs. So the energy comes out of your knees, and of course, you've got the fountain, it's going through your head, and then release. So you should feel a little stretch on the front of your thighs, unless they are very stretched. So if you don't, there's never anything wrong, but normally you would feel that. So think long and see what happens, and also think long through your head, meaning through the entire body. Okay, now we've got a variation of leg movements building upon each other, so you can always go back to the formal one. If you're new here, you may just want to do some bridges, okay? And that's perfectly fine. So lengthening, you can of course have a bent leg. Again, your sit bone and heel in line, that's the criteria, so no problem if you can't stretch your leg. And your hips or your muscle line are in line with the little toe. That's the other one that's important. And of course here, I've got my knee relaxed. I'm lengthening the back of the leg, I'm lengthening the front, and that's why I do it. Doesn't matter how your stretched feet look. It does not matter at all. It's just go for the feeling, not for what it looks like, right? Okay. And lengthening. Now, from here, again, it's not really flexed, no? It's relaxed. Energy through the heel. Now, I'm lengthening my upper body more than anything, and also the leg, lowering until the height of the other front thigh, and release. Breathing in. On the out breath, coming up, and leg goes up, and slightly flex, lengthening, and bend, and lower. Okay, breathing in. Now here's the third variation. Remember, you can also repeat the second one, no problem. Lengthen and flex. It starts off the same way, it can be here. Lengthening until you reach the other leg. Now from here, breathing in, lengthening, up, and of course it only makes sense if you can maintain the position, meaning not holding it, meaning the energy through the knees and through the upper body, and then the body holds itself. That's what we're doing here, right? So lengthen, lower your leg until you reach the other front thigh, and keep lengthening, lengthening, and lowering, and lowering. Just relax. Okay, so whatever you need to relax your back, I'm going for this one. So my body loves this. If there is something that your body does by itself and it feels good, like mine does this now, yes, then just allow it to do that, because if it feels good, it's the necessary thing to do. And the guide said we're doing front push-ups. So here we go. First of all, I'll show the ladies version, then the gentleman variation, and then another variation, which is for the gentlemen who are bored. And please, ladies, always try to just do one or two more when I'm doing the other variations, yeah? If you're new here, start off trying to hold the position for a moment and then slightly bend, do one, take a break, do one, like that, yeah? You get there, no problem. So the knees are together, you're lengthening from your knees to your head, full long navel, and then I've got relaxed elbows, I'm just relaxing them even more, and now from my sit bones to my head, I'm coming up. It's just this fountain that I described at the beginning, which is taking me up, and I'm not looking for going low, I'm looking for maintaining this line through strengthening my center, yeah? So I'm interested in how much energy can go through here, and this is just relaxed, okay? So as I announced, the gentleman version, please don't copy me. Little toe in line with the little fingers, diagonal line as before, and I'm just relaxing, and it's from the center that we're coming up. You're not working your shoulders, arms, no. You are really working the center. Work the center. Okay. Good. So, keep repeating all the time, yes. Take a little break and repeat. Now I'll do a little variation. If you don't feel fulfilled with that one here, you can send a little bit of energy through one heel. And if you do so, you notice that the leg stays in the air. So it's the main energy through your head and little energy through your leg. Okay, so what's next? I'm not quite clear, there are two options. Right. Okay, they want us to do a balance, and they are saying that it's very important with this great inspiration and determination that we balance our ambition, that we're not too like over-focused on something, like not listening to what people say who are not the naysayers, but if you have a close friend telling you something, look, maybe, yeah, you should take it into consideration, that's what they're saying. So we're doing a balance, therefore, to have a balance inside of you. Great, so you can do that on the underarms if you like. We have several options, and maybe you want to try them all out. So I've got my little fingers in line with the elbows and the little toes, and relax. And this is not holding. Holding will be this. I want to lengthen. So you lengthen through the upper body, meaning through your fountain, or imagining the fountain, and then a little energy through each of the heels, and then this is what it is, lengthening. Okay. Now, you can also do that in the plank position, if you can do a plank position. Lengthening, lengthening, and release. Breathe. And lengthening, energy through. Yeah, making sure you've got this length and release. So that's really not a big deal. Of course, you can do as we did before, you can just lengthen one leg and the other leg. So it's basically playing around, yeah? So you can do more playing around if you like. We're just going with something you can open to one side. So make sure your arm is not too high and also not too far back. Your shoulder blades, you'll see that on the other side now, should be in line, and your arm is slightly diagonally forwards and the other diagonally down, so your shoulders are relaxed. So when you lengthen your arm, going down, going up, it's always describing a circle. Yeah, that's the idea. And yeah, if you want to see if you can stand on one leg, whoops, make sure you're not sliding when you can be here, if you like. You can bend your leg, obviously. Big circle. Down with your butt. Don't get to this here, that's not the balance. And lengthening. Okay, so let's see how the other foot is. Always have to balance this here with the contraction. Lengthen. Because the leg does not anymore open that wide. Yeah, so, okay, good. Just relax. Just relax. And let's see what else I want us to do. Not yet figuring it out. They are showing me, okay, we're doing both, right, okay, I get it. They were showing me 2 exercises at the time, and I could not understand which one they wanted, but we do both, so I get it. The little fingers in line with your shoulders. Now you've got your legs together, we're doing the backward balance, and the important thing is not that you can lift your butt up, the important thing is to lengthen. See that? And without your shoulders, meaning it comes through your head, and your arms are relaxed, okay? So the success of this exercise is this, okay? And you can also bend your legs if you like. Breathe in, and sit bones head, and see what we're getting at. And now, keep that sit bones head feeling when you lower. So there's nothing like this happening, okay? Breathing in. Sit bones head, lengthening, and lower. Breathe in, and lengthen, and lower. Okay, now you can also do it here, and I always like you to try out everything, because you may never know, this may be easier for you at some point. Little fingers in line with the elbows. Make sure that you don't place your hands in a different way, because we're using the triceps and otherwise it doesn't work. Okay, so same thing. This is, or you can do it here, the success of the exercise, not coming up. And now when you go down, it's even more important that you think of lengthening your elbows and lengthening the upper body. Okay, so breathing in, and lengthening everything, coming up, lengthening, and up, and keep lengthening. Now breathing in, and lengthen, up. Okay, now if you wish, you can circularly move your legs. So, it's not up and down, because that will not help you maintain the position. The position then maintains itself if you lengthen, and if you do circular movements, okay? But the majority of the energy always goes through our upper body, which should be a lot heavier than the neck. Okay, so lengthening up. Yeah, slowly I'm getting more freedom. Each time I'm doing my videos, I'm so grateful if I notice I've got a bigger range of movement, because the body is freeing itself. Up and lowering. Okay, good. And just relax. Okay. Just needed to listen if they had any more ideas, because there is a way that you can do this a little bit more difficult. But I think we don't need more challenges at the moment. Okay. Good. So now they want us to stretch the legs. How do they want us to stretch the legs? Right. Okay, so we're on the floor. We're good here? Yes. Navel in. You just hug your leg and make sure that you're not forcing it or anything. It's just loose. Elbows close to your body, because you won't want to use any of these muscles, and you just let the other leg slide out. Little toe and hand is also a muscle line. Give the foot a massage if you can. Then slowly, slight flex means energy through the heel. Feel from your sit bone to your heel, because we're not lifting from the quadriceps, we're lengthening and we're wanting to use the back of the leg. So that goes slower, yes, but it's what we need, okay? So, one more time, and lengthening. As I'm saying, don't go too fast, feel the length, which means the length through your upper body and then the length through your leg, and then it's like both coming up. Yeah? Okay, and then you just change the legs, we're just doing two. And lengthen, energy through the heel. And up. Yeah, you can see this leg is like, it doesn't weigh anything, it's just floating up and down. The other one is quite heavy, and that's the tension, yes? So if you have tension somewhere, it makes you slower in movement, it slows you down, and it's also, it's heavier, it's tiring. Okay, so having contractions mean you have a painful and tiring life, more tiring life, yes. Lengthening. Now from here, we're lengthening and we're turning the leg, and now the leg being turned out, I'm lengthening and lifting it up, then parallel, turning it parallel, and bending in. One more, and lengthening, and turn, and up, coming up, and parallel, and bend. Okay, again, change. Other leg, lengthening, slight flex, lengthening again, so the leg is free to turn in the hip joint. Now lengthening both parts, the upper body and the leg, coming up. Turn back into parallel. And one more time, repeating, lengthening, and turning, and up. And also here, you can always go back to the former version if one is too difficult, because the next one may seem a little bit more challenging. Yes, so we go, we slide out as we did before, then we lengthen, and we turn as we did before. And now what you do is you lengthen your upper body even more, and you slightly open the leg on the floor. Very important. Making sure that your hip joints stay parallel to the ceiling, to the floor, whatever you like. And then your leg will eventually come up. Make sure you're still parallel, and it will, oof, that was a little painful, and it will follow the possibility of the hip joint. Yeah, so lengthening, turning, opening, and lengthening, 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 lengthening. I go a little slower to see if I can have less pain. Yes, I can. Lengthen. So when you notice there is tension or there is pain, don't try to force it through. Try to lengthen and to let go more and to see if you can ease it. And that's what helps. Yeah. Okay, so other leg. Lengthen and lengthen to turn. And slightly open and then coming up. Lengthen, navel in. Yeah, see, this is a lot easier. Now you can just see how the leg floats. And that's the important thing. It's not about forcing, it's about allowing the leg to move naturally. Lengthen, lengthening, opening, and up. And then you can see, if you go really slowly, you notice navel in, how much strength you need for your leg. Yeah? And in. Okay. Wow. Yeah, just relax a little bit. Maybe you want to relax your back and maybe a little bit more. Yeah, the guides say we're good, we're done. And I just want to say, apart from thank you, if you want to know more about this contraction journey more in detail, because I'm not only working it on a physical level, obviously, I'm here. You just have to let me know in your comments. And apart from that, thank you very, very much for participating in today's class, and please subscribe to help me and the guides to spread the love, also with the weekly weather forecasts, energetic weather on Hike About It, and the daily dose on Instagram at Hike About It. No, at Hike Dance, sorry. So, see you for the next class, lots of love and a big hug. Take good care of yourself.